Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Ayaz. I'm a clinical MR physicist at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. You can also see my contact information. Today, we'll be talking about personal statement, statement of purpose, motivation letter, and cover letter, the differences, and how to write these letters. So before you begin, please always read the instruction carefully. See what the length of the cover letter should be, what are the limit of the words, and etc. etc. If you do not find this information on the university website or the scholarship providing organization website, please email them. Otherwise, we suggest these. In case of any restriction, we suggest you use 1 to 2 pages of long cover letter with the rest of the specification. In personal statement, you talk about any information that is not provided in transcript and a CV, and you tell them in a kind of like a storytelling way. Whereas in statement of purpose, the contents are the same like the statement of purpose, but rather you specify, you talk a specific question that the university would like to know about you. The third one is the motivation letter. Here you talk about specific skills and academic achievement for particular position. Okay, so this is how you know what is the differences between these three letters. Whereas the cover letter, usually it is required for any job position or any PhD position that you are applying for, which is not advertised, and you're trying to contact the professor directly. So again, the contents are the same. The only difference you would see is the tone of the language that you use and how do you highlight specific point to make it precise. Personal statement, here you can use the wording can be relaxed. You can use the flow, which would be like a kind of like a storytelling, and you can mention any life experience or life-changing events. Okay, and you can use any analogy to send the message in. So if you have to really break it down, your first paragraph should be personal story or anything that you will start with. The second should be about your academic information. The third should be all the academic or research technical skills or any achievement that you have acquired, and also any award or honors that you have won, any internship or training or work experience. So it should be a long paragraph, so take your time to write it. Maybe you should write in a separate paragraph any non-academic achievements, any volunteer work or organizational skills, etc. The last paragraph should be how all these achievements makes you an ideal candidate for this particular position. Statement of purpose, exactly the same thing. The content should be the same. The only difference is the tone of your letter. You should start with any long-term goals in your first paragraph, and the letter should be exactly like a personal statement. In motivation letter, what basically you should be writing is what are your motivation to pursue higher education based on the training or the academic achievement that you have, and also how does it fit with your long-term goals. You must highlight specific experiences or skills, any academic courses, research experience or training in detail, and how would you relate your work to their research focus, and how you will be helpful to them, and what are the unique set of expertise you will bring to their lab. So that motivation paragraph should start with like any motivation for that particular program based on your current academic qualification. Then you can write another para about your specific academic research or technical achievement related to their research focus, and you can also talk about your internships, training, or experience. The next para would be the non-academic one, and should keep it short. The last one will be closing remarks with the long-term goals, basically just to sum up the whole story. Cover letter usually needed for jobs, or if you can contacting the professor directly, so you can start something like, I am applying for such and such position posted on your website, or I am Ayaz Khan, recent graduate from University of such and such with this degree, and then you can start. So the first introduction paragraph, then the second would be your current updates, what exactly you do, what kind of work you have done, what are you up to these days, and then the rest of is as if like the rest of the letters. The closing paragraph should be you can talk about again that how you are a best candidate for this position, and then you can write something like hope to hear back from you. There is nothing wrong writing this in the cover letter. So the personal statement purpose, motivation letter, cover letter, first portion is always introduction, 1 to 2 paragraph, 8 to 2 lines. Okay, second is all about your academic achievement, etc., etc. 1 to 2 paragraph, 20 to 30 lines. The third portion, sum up and tell why you are suitable candidate for this position. Maybe one paragraph, 5-7 lines. That's it. Okay, so before you begin, you should know your long-term goals. This will define your career and academic path. If you are a right candidate for any particular position, you should know that based on your long-term goals. The next point is